Welcome to Kill Team Casuals, a podcast all about Kill Team, filmed in 3 different time zones by 3 different gents, one of whom has only recently figured out this whole talking thing. Enjoy.
Welcome back. It is threes to wound. It is Russ. Okay, I'm going to start again. That was so bad.
Oh, no, that's got to go in there. That's going in there.
Welcome back. It's Kill Team Casuals. We are surrounded by casuals of all descriptions. We have Russ from GFN Gaming.
What?
We've got Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop.
It is I, Ben. And also, we have among us the other I, Rhys from Threes to Wound.
It is I.
It is him. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that meant that I had to do a rap of some description.
Yes, it does.
It's TLC, so you know, take it away.
Beatbox me in, boys.
No beatboxing, just wobble boards.
Just
wobble board me in, baby.
Yeah. There's not enough. There's not enough.
There isn't enough freestyle wobble board rapping.
That's true.
I think I say that with confidence.
Yeah, there's a niche that there's a market there, boys.
Okay, we'll look into it. We'd probably have time to look into it because this week, the Wonderful World of Kill Team, it's been a little bit quiet. Compared to past weeks, compared to what we know. We obviously had our 10th birthday last episode, so that was exciting. That got us through with exciting things happening.
Arguably the biggest event in Kill Team history.
Well,
but apart from that, it's been. I felt like it needed to be said.
Yeah. Yep. By someone it did. That was brave of you. Yeah, I just want to applaud you right now. That was brave. A true hero.
I will accept your applause. Thank you.
Claps. I'm going to blow the mic up. I think the one good thing about it being a little bit quiet is I have got a lot more hobby done this week, in terms of like catching back up, reeling everything back in this week because I haven't had to go buy new things or have new things thrown at me. So my week has been into the dark terrain. That's what I've been. And by God, is it a lot of terrain?
You're farther along than I am. I'll tell you that much.
Oh man,
by a mile.
Yeah,
it's like I sort of did like some test panels. I was like, I work out roughly how I want to do it, and then I did those. I was like, oh, that's great. But then I sort of thought about how long those panels took me, and then I mentally times that by how much there is, and I was like, I need to simplify this a touch. I need to cut it back a bit. I just didn't realize how detailed each one was until you actually start touching up color.
Actually there.
Have you guys put much on it? Have you looked closely at it yet?
I've looked at it plenty.
I was going to say, I've done a lot of looking. I don't mean to brag, but brother, I've done a lot of looking.
I was going to say, and
that's about all I've done.
I challenge anyone to have looked at the terrain without doing anything as much as I have. I'll take that. No, I keep looking at it. I'm now looking at it currently. It's still in the box. It's all been clipped. It's all been basically from the last pod. I've done nothing. Yeah. I've done lots. Obviously, I keep making a lot of Legionaries teams.
Me
for no
too.
reason.
That's so weird.
They're just fun to make. You know what? Because it's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because I feel like I want to do one for each, like main the gods. So I'm working on my thousands. Not working on my thousands. I'm working on my Emperor's Children kind of Slanesh scheme. I've got the team that I'm probably always going to run, which is the Nurgle Legionary, just because that just for me is my nice play style. I like that because it's a little bit more forgiving than the other ones. I think I probably the better I get.
Because you're a meta chaser. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
honestly, I think that the other ones might be better just for a better player. Like a better player than me could probably use Nurgle, Khorne, or Tzeentch more than me.
Oh,
I need the safety net of Nurgle.
we're gonna get
we're gonna get clashes in the comments.
Yeah. Nurgle is. I'm the same spot. Like I keep seeing people like all around the world. Like the Legion, like Spain just put out a list. They're like Legionaries are the best team for Into the Dark, and like they're like crushing all over the world.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and I'm like,
that's great news.
Like I'm playing a lot of Legionaries. Like now I'm not doing a lot of crushing, so it's like that's definitely a reflection on me. You know what I mean? But yeah. But everywhere I read, I believe Nurgle is. Just before you can delete your comments, I'm going to save us. Nurgle seems to be the meta chasing team.
Russ, well known terrain starer and meta chaser. Well known.
That's my new thing. That's my new handle. Yeah, Russ the meta
chaser.
Call me the meta rat. Yeah. I've not played.
Oh, no, I was gonna waste everyone's time and say meta CHAS3R. I was just gonna make that. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you that.
That's his number plate. That is his number plate.
I got vanity plates made up with that.
There goes Russ just chasing that meta. Bit of cheese on a hood ornament on the front of his car. He's ready to go, baby. Getting that cheese.
Oh, yeah, too good.
I am.
Were you going to say, Russ, you have not played a game yet? Yeah. Was that what you were about to confess to?
Yeah, I've not played a game yet of Into the Dark. I've debated. I've not been to the shop recently, actually. And speaking of getting into the topic of shops, I found out that we're getting Lancaster, where I currently live, is getting a third hobby shop.
Oh, wow!
Which is good and bad. It's great because someone walking past who's never been at the hobby will see and like maybe see that shop and go, "Oh, cool!" Like maybe they haven't seen the other two shops, has no idea that there's two other shops, and will just go, "Great, get into that." And that person running that shop will presumably have their own circles that will then presumably go into the hobby. But Lancaster's small. Like we are small. We're talking. You've got like a 2-minute, 3-minute walk between each of these shops. Like it's not covering. No, I'm not even joking. It's not covering a big distance. Yeah, like I could literally walk from Tabletop Republic to this new shop, which that was my shout out first. To this new shop, which I think is going to be called Geek Retreat. I don't know if it's a chain. That's a 2-minute, 3-minute walk max. And from there to Lancaster Board and Sword, maybe a 5-minute walk. But between it's a small area for 3 hobbies. We've almost got more hobby shops than we have hairdressers now, which is almost unheard of. Because it seems like in England, you turn a corner and there's another bloody hairdressers. And it's just all we've got now are hairdressers. And speaking as a man who's just got a buzz cut and a beard, I don't really care for hairdressers that much. So I would prefer more. But yeah, I worry about diluting pools of players. But but I think that I worry about hobby shop loyalty as well. Because what if I get seen?
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
If I get seen in the new shop and I'm like, I'm not trying to cheat.
Recognized.
Obviously recognized.
Are you Ben from Ben?
Clear.
Yeah. It just feels
Ben from Threes to Wound, yeah?
It's Ben from Threes to Wound. From Threes Gaming. But my hope is that each shop will sort of pick up a speciality like Kill Team special like operatives, and one will be like this is Kings of War and Mantic games, and then that shop will be 40k, and then this shop will be that'll be quite cool. I doubt they'll all agree because whoever keeps 40k is going to win. So they probably won't all agree, but that'll be good. It's like, should we take the popular one, the profitable one? Cool. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. I didn't think, because we don't have a Warhammer shop, but yeah, we've got 3 hobby shops.
Who needs one, really? Who needs a Warhammer
we don't
store?
We don't need a hobby shop.
Well, not now. You don't. You've got 3 stores already.
Well, yeah, we've got 3. We had 4. One closed down and 2 more opened.
Oh.
Like a Hydra.
Yeah, it was weird.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. The Hydra effect of shops.
The classic, yeah. They teach you that in business school, the Hydra effect. Yeah. But yeah, that's
if you see a business fail in your area, that's just an opportunity for you to jump in.
In my area.
Double it, baby.
We have 2 stores, and they're like probably a 20-minute drive apart from each other.
That's
in our
decent.
town. Yeah.
That's reasonable.
So,
That's reasonable.
and one is much better than the other. And
let's name names. Let's tear them down.
No. Warp Fire is my allegiance is to Warp Fire. That is what I was to say. I mean,
you've never mentioned them before, so I find that
No,
surprising.
never. This is new. How do you say one more time? Sorry.
Warp Fire.
That's right, because they're sponsoring us, aren't they? You are organising that big time sponsorship.
The check is on the way, brother.
Should be by now.
Yeah, international shipping and all that.
I put it in the mail though. I put it on a boat, so it just might take a while. But it's on the way.
I'm still waiting for my Battle Brothers tabletop merch to arrive. You did say you'd send it over, right?
It is on the way. Yep, still on the way.
It is on the way. Still on the way.
Yep, I sent it by canoe.
Is he swimming?
It was, a canoe.
Canoe.
Yeah, by canoe. I'm not a
You say it like it's obvious. Canoe.
Yeah.
Obviously. I gave him a packed lunch and a canoe, and I sent him on his way. Is he not with you already? Bad news, Ben.
Slacking.
Bad news.
Slacking.
Seas were a little bit choppy.
Bad news, Ben. That's a good segment. I'm gonna I'll chew on that for a while.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it'll be a fun segment, but
I'd make it fun. Don't worry.
Make it fun.
So, Russ, are you concerned in your local area that there's too much going on? Is that too much of a good thing? Is this what you're actually worried about? That
Rhys, I'm concerned for the children.
Yeah, is it going to be gang warfare?
I think so. I've seen people clicking as they're walking down streets. No. Opposite sides of streets. People wearing all blue with the Tabletop Republic. People wearing green, orange, red for the geek. It's a real worry. And we don't have a lot of firearms. Ben, is probably going to be a shock. We don't have a lot of firearms in the UK. So mainly it's street theater to battle it out. So we've got a lot of singing and dancing and clicking. And honestly, I think it's going to play havoc with the buskers.
You guys don't get your first firearm when you turn 5 over there?
No, weirdly, no.
It's odd.
Really?
It's odd. We've been trying for a while, but it's for some reason they don't want to arm children.
Huh, that's funny.
Weird. I don't get it.
Yeah, other countries are weird.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I'll look into that. I'll see what I can do for you guys.
If you could just ship some over in a canoe, obviously.
In the canoe, yeah.
Same
That's
one.
the only way. It's the only way to post something. Yeah.
If you want a delivery with extra time added and the convenience of a canoe, speak to Ben's delivery service.
I got you covered.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if it'll be an issue. I just thought it was weird seeing as Lancaster's such a small place to have 3 shops literally within 2 minutes of each other. The worry is it'll cannibalize its own audience. Because they'll all be trying to organize stuff at the same time, I assume. They'll all be trying to get people into their shop. And that's fine if they can build their
own ecosystems.
I think that'd be cool if they can build their own ecosystems and they can support it. Otherwise, it'll just be like, well, on Friday we're in this shop, Wednesday we're at this shop, and Monday we're at this shop. And then it's just sort of like moving around. And I worry, I just want them all to survive, but it just feels like it's quite a short... Yeah,
and before you know it, there's dice being rolled in the alley behind a 7-Eleven. Just, real dark stuff. So basically ITD, we're not going to talk about it because we've all done nothing. Ben, have you played any more games though?
No, I'm just getting back from a quick vacation.
Ooh, vacay.
Or holiday, as you guys may say. And doing good. Wasn't feeling particularly well. And, so stuck it out. Went to the beach. I hate the beach. Russ and I were talking about this. I hate the beach. I think it sucks. I don't know why anybody goes to the beach. At least the beaches in Florida. Like, it's too freaking hot. Then you get all sandy. And I just, I don't know why anybody likes the beach. What's the deal with beaches? What's the deal?
Who likes beaches? We're obviously going to be running the Anakin clip at some point during this podcast. Has to be run,
Of course. Yeah,
of course, man.
Ben's first screenwriting credit was that. Yeah, exactly. It's everywhere. Oh.
It was just overheard on a bus by George Lucas, and he was like, you know what? That's something the Dark Lord of the Sith would think. Throw it out there for character development. Oh, Ben, I have to ask because this is something. Yes. I'm gonna pull you back to my episode, whatever it was. But how is you started a campaign with a guy 2 hours away from you?
Ooh.
Yes, I did.
How is that going? Is it still going?
And I haven't played a single game since.
I'm so glad I brought us back there. I'm so glad. Yeah.
That was my buddy. That was my buddy Matt, and he's a really good dude. But we just haven't gotten together since we played our first game.
Can you call it a campaign when there's only been one game?
Not legally, no.
No. Okay.
Yeah, it won't hold up in a court case, but yeah, we should be fine on the internet. Yeah.
Because you were running Death Guard?
I was prepping for I was prepping for a TTS tournament in which my finest moment was where I tied a game. That was the best I did in that tournament, and
almost as good as a win. I like it.
Almost, yeah. Some would say that we both won, and So I was sort of prepping, but we just never got around to it. But we'd love to jump back in, but with Legionaries though, because that's my favorite.
Were they not out when you started or something, or?
They were, but this was it was a team tournament with Miku Sheep, shout out, and Mr. Pink. You know what? Somebody called me out. I just got to say it. Somebody called me out for doing too many shout outs. And to that, I want to say shout out to you.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to you, to that guy. Yeah, I forget the username on Discord. But yeah.
That's a band.
And it was and it was a... And then hold on, and I got a shout out to Sheldon from Kill Team Stream for giving me that joke. Yeah, I have to say. So this is shout outception is what is happening right now.
Yeah, I blacked out for a second there and just woke up and there's shout outs everywhere. I was like, no,
coming thick and fast. There's more shout outs and there's headless.
Then you can dodge. Yeah. Wow. Anyways, yeah. So there. That's that.
Wow. Maybe the campaign stuff. Ben, you've missed or you haven't been able because you've been painting the Galapox like a madman.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's not going to show up here, but I'll send some pictures. Yeah. Thank you, Rhys, for passing it off to me like that. This is some really disgusting, gross, but very colorful Gellerpox that I have been using mainly Army Painter speed paints, and I don't like contrast most of the time. Sorry, Russ. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. And so I'm using like army paints for all the base coats. It's so good. Like you thin them down. And what I love is you can put them on, slop them on. And then you can't really do this with contrast. You can just wet your brush and sort of remove a little bit gently. And so you can form these like highlights, especially on like the muscles here. Like you can see the muscles on this guy's back. Just at the peak of each muscle, you just sort of like rub a little bit off. As long as you have a light undercoat. Man, they're brilliant, and they don't dry with that yucky, glossy candy finish that you get on a lot of the contrast paints. So I am a huge fan, and I'll probably be picking up the rest of them that I don't have. And then also the gray speed paint is sort of like a better Nuln oil, in my opinion. Like you water it down a little bit, and it's like a really good Nuln. Yeah. So that's what I've been working on. Oh, and this guy here too. So I just got really colorful. I just saw them, and I thought, you know what? Dudes. I bet they would look great in like some pinks and greens and blues.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been painting.
I think I need to do that. I need to add a bit more color to some of the things I paint. I love, Russ, when you were talking about your Emperor's Children before and wanting to paint them like crazy vibrant, so they're like just a completely different sort of, because you can get caught in the grim dark palette or sticking to the things. But there's a few models like the Galapox, like basically most things Chaos, where you can just use colors you haven't used, like just go ham with it. I think that looks really cool.
I think that's it. I like I had a nice little palette cleanser project when I painted the Nurgle Legionaries recently, because the previous time I'd painted them, I did them very grim dark, and I was a lot of rusty browns. And then I just thought I paint these ones slightly different. I just had a little bit more vibrant green, and just random colors, and I really enjoyed that. So then I thought, since I'm just enjoying making Legionary teams, just because it's fun, it's I think we were saying before, it's just the sweet spot because it's like 6 minis. And you're going to have a big... I had my little recipe... Well, not recipe down, but I like a heavy bolter. I like the plasma gunner, obviously. I like the anointed. I like the Strive Talon. And then I like the chosen leader. And I kind of like that little build. So I'm kind of... every now and then I'll make the butcher, but he's rubbish. So I never use him, but I like to make it.
Do you not run the Balefire Acolyte?
Oh, sorry. Yes, and the Balefire Acolyte.
Yeah,
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I only
You'd be a
gave 5.
madman if you were leaving him alone.
I was going to say, I love that one. Yeah.
And your Balefire Acolyte, like, what is the base model for him? He's like blowing some Nurgle smoke, like he's vaping hard. Like that's a really cool Balefire.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's so many Death Guard Nurgle characters. I'm going to say he is the... I was just about to say the Balefire Acolyte, but that's literally the model he's proxy for. It's the... Plague blow. Oh, you know what? I think that might actually be it.
It's not Plague Blower.
It's the Plague Blower.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. He blows the plagues. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's where my one went. Yeah,
I'm confident. That's pretty much it. Yeah, but it's
a cool model. Change that name.
They've got loads. What they've got, like the
Putrefier.
Yeah, it's like the Tallyman or whatever.
Yeah, I've got them, and then the guy with the syringe, the big old syringe.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I should get Fabulous Bill for the Emperor's Children team.
Fabulous Bill is awesome.
You got to.
Or Lucius.
Oh, who's got one of the leader.
He's got one of the best story arcs in the whole heresy. Cool. I think he's just so. I love Saul Tarvitz as well. I know Ben might be a little bit over because you're not watching. Oh, have you got to them? Oh yeah, he's in the first. Yeah, he's in a couple of the first books. Yeah, I do like Saul.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Saul's good people. Yeah.
Ben approved. Saul, good people.
He's up there, he's up there with Garrow, the classics, the good guys who survived the heresy. You know what I mean? From the heresy legions, they've stayed true to the Emperor. They're good people, good folks.
Just a bunch of good guys, just doing their darndest. Well, speaking of building 6-man kill teams, we do need to touch on the teams you guys should both be building. I feel like an angry dad with you two. I'm constantly trying to get you back on track.
I feel like an angsty teen. So,
how are you guys traveling with your kill teams for the Intercession Kill Team Challenge?
Russ,
I see a lot of shame in your eyes, boys.
I think I'm as done as I think I'm as done as I'm going to be with them. Honestly,
lucky dog.
Yeah, I think I've pretty much done them. I've got a game coming out where I play against them.
You're not even with them, against your own team.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a hard choice.
Contempt.
That was a hard choice. Yeah, I let the other guy. I let him take them because I was still up on the old Legionaries. Legionaries. Nurgle Legionaries. I don't know what I was calling them. I think I was calling them Legionaries. Anyway, it's actually harder to say than Nurgle Legionaries, so it's not a great nickname. But I just finished painting them because obviously I just kind of I'd thrown the pigment powders at the Intercession Squad, and then I started enjoying painting the oh my god, Nurgle Legionaries. I keep trying to abridge that word. I know I keep trying to abridge it, but I'm just gonna call them Legionaries. The Nurgle Menis, yes. Anyway, I ended up playing the Nurgle Menis. I won't spoil the end, but the Intercession Squad is so good for a beginner. So good. I was almost like, I don't really see it. It's just firing twice or shooting twice. And it's really annoyingly good.
It's quite powerful.
Turns out that's damn good. And then he took the one that gives them one extra wound.
Oh, really?
So yeah, he took the one which was you can, if you charged, you can re-roll it to the fighty one. I forget what they're called.
Okay.
And then he took the one which is +1 wound, and you also minus critical damage by 1 and something else. I forget. But yeah, that. So they were like way tougher than my guys, and my guys are Legionaries, and it was just like they're almost custodes.
Yeah,
like the main dude had like 16 wounds or some. I was like, what?
First time I played them, that was what I couldn't believe. I was like, I'd take damage, and in the past, especially playing a lot of Wormblade, I'm always like, well, they're dead. And I was like, oh no, wait, it's just a scratch. They're fine, like not even close. Yeah, unbelievable.
That felt unfair. That felt unfair. I was like, can you double check? And he was like, oh no, they got
says the guy playing Nurgle. Says that the guy plays a
Yeah.
meta. It's like
meta
this is pretty
chaser.
unfair.
There's the dirty meta chaser.
I thought like he's not a super newbie, so I thought, I'll give him a decent team, and then I can like stomp him and be like, oh well, you had a good team. Didn't go down that way. Like they were hard to kill. They were very hard to kill. But a very easy team. I feel to play. I see watching them be played because there's so few specialists. It was. I think
just
that's
good bones. They have good.
Yeah,
bones
I think that's what it is. I think it was so simple for him to use them because it was just like these guys shoot twice, these guys fight twice. Boom, pretty straightforward. Like and not got
having
loads
a unit that can fight in close combat and take a few hits and then be able to so many teams that a unit fights in close combat, even if they win, that's pretty much it. They're spent. They're going to get into the next combat, maybe deal out one more hit, and that's it. So being able to have a unit that can do that is unreal.
Yeah, can't you fight again on death? Or no, it's shoot again on death, right? It's shoot again when you die for a CP.
We kept it the same as only in death did you end, assuming so if you die in combat, if you came back, you'd still be in combat because you don't actually remove it. Instead of removing it, you keep them there. So you'd only be able to withdraw and shoot. And I can't remember how it words, but I think it's slightly different.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But it is the shoot twice when you die, right? I was thinking fight twice.
There is something that when you... There's something at the end of the turn you can choose someone to fight again, basically.
That's right. Oh, so it's both. Yeah. So dang, dude. Because you can shoot 3 times. Like if you can shoot twice, die, and then for a CP, shoot again.
Wow.
I love the idea that that's a tactical meeting someone's having. It's like, Demeter, here's the plan. Shoot, die, shoot. And he's like, Captain, sorry. So what was the third thing you said? Shoot. No, the other. Die. Shoot again. No, go back. Back to that one. I die as part of the plan. He's like, yes.
For the Emperor.
Sounds great.
I
love the plan.
As long as it's for the Emperor, it's just fine. It's like, I didn't realize it was for him. I'm so sorry.
I think I might be chaos now. Yeah. Not a great plan. No, I did like that.
So, Russ, all that was a long way saying of, will you be done on time? You've got them on the table, so I'm assuming that means they're pretty much done.
I thought I was safe.
Damn, I think I'm done. I think because they're done, I'll take a picture. I'm done. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ben. It's back to you with your flaming eagles. Yeah. And they are how far to being completed?
Using those contrast paints you hate. Tell us about
so here's the thing, fellas. Here's the thing.
I don't like this. I don't like this already. No. This feels like a cop-out.
I always say, it's like, oh, guys, I'm so far behind. But I don't know. Like, it's gonna take a miracle for me to get a team because I started right. I had a really good leg up on the competition. Yeah, by the time we announced it, I had my salamanders fully built, like full ready to go. And,
this feels like karma.
It really is.
We're trying to cheat the system.
So I have, and on top of that, I have to build at least some flaming eagles. Son of a gun, Flame Eagles. 6. It's the stupidest name in the world, Flame Eagles. So
the Flame Eagles.
I got a lot. Long story short is I got a lot of work to do, boys.
Isn't it due yesterday?
Yeah, it is due in 4 days. Oh, God.
4 days.
I mean,
I'm
a reminder.
Done. It's due on September 30th. So, oh, mamma mia.
How are you doing, Rhys? It felt like I've been getting pictures from Rhys that's kind of been silently shaming us to be like, he is. You know, when someone does that, I've got mates that are hobby police, and they'll send around little pictures of here's my steady progress. It's been a while since you updated me on yours, but here's my progress. And so I feel like we've been getting silently shamed by Rhys, but
I didn't think I was that silent.
I at least have painted. It's been pretty unsilent shaming.
I thought it was pretty overt, if I was being honest with you guys. No, my guys are all done. They're all
nice.
100%. The only thing I had to order my transfers for the shoulder pads.
Oh yeah,
from one of I can't remember if it was UK or US, but they are yet to arrive. So
you're saying that you won't be done either? Is that what you're saying?
It might be the difference between me
that we are on equal ground. What you're saying is that you and I, Rhys, are both on equally behind. Is that what you're saying?
No, because I did a team.
If they all face one direction, you would never know.
Yeah. No, it's the difference of do I wait and fail the challenge, or do I hand paint the symbols, those keys, freehand and ruin it. Which is definitely what will happen if I freehand.
I think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think you should ruin it.
You should.
I think you should ruin it.
I think you should ruin it for sure.
Yeah. I did freehand the symbols on my ones, and they do look bad. I'm not going to lie. In the picture, they will all be facing the other way. I maybe have one that I can have facing forward that you can see a glimpse of it.
I was thinking about strategically position them in a group photo with like an arm covering that guy's shoulder pad, and then a banner covering that, in a perfect line where they all sort of have each other's shoulder pads where they can just cover them. I think that's the only way to get away with it. Yeah.
I think that's the
one.
What do you mean?
No, they're done. They're just coinky-ding. It's just a coinky-ding.
Harsh studio lighting is going to help me out a lot, I think.
Yeah, a few lens flares would be a trick.
I've been getting a lot of entries have been coming through though. Like a lot of people have been sending them to me on Instagram. Obviously, watching on Ben's Discord, the Battle Brothers Discord. That channel is blowing up. We got a lot to go through. We
are above 50. There are more than 50 submissions.
Oh,
and
no.
So.
So
time for another 3-hour review video, boys.
How are we going to do this where we get through it in a decent time?
So here's what I think we should do, and I'll just spitball. Like I think we talked about this actually. We'll just make a video. We'll make a video, just going over our the 10 that we picked, and then everybody will just slideshow through. Does that feel good? So everybody will we'll make it to the video. It feels good to us because we won't have to sit down for 3 hours on camera. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed what we did last time, but we got families, we have jobs, we have lives. And so we will just roll through, everybody will get showcased, and then we will sort of go through our 10 picks. And then the community will get to vote. I was going to say to vote on.
They can do that as well.
The Nerglinaires.
If you know what it is, do it.
Yes.
Do it, please. Yep. You know what voting is, go for it. So yeah, pretty
feels
cool
like
stuff.
It's like skiing. It feels like a skiing activity. You might vote
on the water.
It's Nordic. It's definitely Nordic.
Definitely Nordic.
Oh
yes.
yeah, for sure.
Someone in Sweden right now is voting. We don't know what it is, but they're going at it.
If you go to IKEA, you can get the Njöt for your bedroom. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Comes in 3 colors. So all right, so 3 days. This is time of recording.
Translates to leather pony.
That was my nickname back in high school. Please don't ask why.
Please don't ask why.
No, I was going to let that linger. That was just going to float out there. So 3 days at time of recording. So it's the 27th as we record this. So the 30th is the cutoff date for the Intercession Kill Team Challenge. So make sure either send them to us via Instagram or on the Battle Brothers Tabletop. There is a channel there. Drop them in.
Yes, and preferably exclusively in the Discord. If we can post it on Instagram for sure. But if you want to make sure for certain that it makes it in the video, if you want to be 100% thorough, put it in the Battle Brothers submissions only channel. Please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Make Pen's life just that little bit easier. So I think the only other thing that we kind of need to have a little bit of a sneak peek ahead to, or actually, do we talk about this after everyone's favorite game show?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. So who knows?
You know what? Now I've built up the suspense. And you guys don't know what's going on. And I'm showing I don't know what's going on. It's time for Legions of Russ.
Play it over.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
Play it around.
Play it next.
Play it underneath.
Over.
That's not going away. I like that. Play it over.
I wouldn't
Okay,
want it to go anywhere.
no, it's staying. It's the rash no cream could cure. Welcome to Legions of Russ. Rhys is already ready. Oh, that felt wrong. No,
He's
that's
got
right.
the book.
Already ready. He's got the book. He's got the tome of chapters.
It's the Tome of Russ. Yeah, if you actually open it up, it's Wikipedia printouts of all the obscure.
Hold on. There's just like there's a square just carved out, and he's got a phone. Yeah, he's just like frantically searching. It's just a tablet, carved out, and he's just searching on.
It's like, as you can see, the charger
40K,
coming out the bottom.
40K
like,
plus Space Marine plus Elle Fanning. Just seeing.
Someone out there's creating a code to decipher Legions of Russ.
Yeah, an AI bot.
Rhys.
Yeah.
And it's me. Yeah, exactly. It's more like one of those ramblings of a madman. There's bits of string attached to like.
That's like the Sonny from Philadelphia.
Aquillas. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over here.
It's all written in the third person.
Yeah, exactly. Just the standard, guys. Just the standard.
Just your classic.
It's the only way to decipher Russ's brain, and I've cracked the code.
Let me know, please.
Let
me know how it works.
It's a dark place.
Mamma mia.
I just instantly went to that bit, and again, second shout out for Event Horizon, where he's in the thing. He's like, the dark place inside me from before. the guy who's not an actor, he's a model from the John Bon Jovi video, and he's just like, what did you see, baby bear? What did you see out there? And he's like, the dark place from the other side. It's inside me.
Yeah, that's the same.
Give that guy an Academy Award.
It's the same screenwriter who wrote the whole sand thing, the whole Anakin sand thing. Yeah.
He's also responsible for the aliens. They mostly come at night. Mostly. Love it. Welcome.
Like looking into a mirror, only not.
Only not. I hate to see a girl left away. Anyway, that's a different game. We're playing the different game. We're playing.
For hours.
Oh no! I take pleasure in gutting you, boy. These are all gonna go. This is hitting the curtain room floor. Welcome, Ben. Welcome, Rhys.
Oh, Ben, it is I, the reigning champion. Oh my goodness. By a miserly 0.5 points.
By a bee's ween.
By a bee's wiener, we have the
by a little old
returning
bee's ween.
defending champ, Ben Big Baby Campbell. I don't know. I'm trying to give you a name, but that didn't really work. What would it be? What would your wrestler's name be?
Oh, what would my wrestling name be?
You can choose now if you were a heel or a baby face.
The human
guys,
wedgie.
I never watched wrestling. You guys have to give me the name. I don't even know.
Oh, jeez.
Ben Bam Bam Bigelow. Ben Bam Bam Bigelow Campbell. So Ben's Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Rhys. Who would Rhys be?
Can I just be Shawn Michaels?
I'm not even Rhys Simon. I'm just Shawn. I'm the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels.
Just the Heartbreak Kid.
Just
the Heartbreak
somebody
Kid.
else.
Just for that walkout song.
Okay, so we've got some sweet chin music coming from Rhys, Shawn Michaels, the number one contender, the former champ. You might know him as the previous champ, the current Gestinental.
The current
Gestinental champ.
Although that's true.
we might be next episode coming up with a Gestinental challenger.
That's very true.
Craig, I'm hoping you're going to come with a wrestler persona ready to roll. No pressure.
And by the way, guys, just some clarification here. How can you be a guest on Legions of Russ? How can you become your very own Legionary of Russ? How is that possible?
How is it possible? How the hell is that possible? That seems like a prize out of reach
I'm not sure how I get to do it every week, so I can't tell someone else.
Yeah, you just ask politely.
I just turn up.
Want to be a guest challenger like Craig the Rhythm.
Oh, the mighty Craig.
Yes. Well, we have a wonderful way, which is called our Patreon. If you join the Patreon, there is a level to unlock, which enables you to be a special guest to contend
a
for the
Legionary of Russ.
Yes, you could be that. The Guestinental belt could be yours. And I'm going to squeeze you, and I'm going to wrestle you. Ooh, boy, yeah. You're going to come on here and take my belt, boy. But make sure you head to the Patreon. There's a whole bunch of
Craig
levels.
just unsubscribed.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I think I blew up the microphone, too.
It's Craig Lincoln, so it's Craig the Legionary Lincoln.
Oh! He's going to be so much happier we got his surname correct.
That's correct.
And now we put it on the internet. He's going to love that.
And his home address is...
I mean, presumably his face and or voice is going to be on the next episode, so he's too deep in now.
That is available on the Patreon, so make sure you do head on over. Check out, there's lots of different things. Currently, people are voting for the next Ben's Book Club for part of October.
Yes, the Ork theme.
You can weigh in on that. There's lots of clips, and there's going to be a lot more coming. We are working on making it that there's going to be lots of value in being on the Patreon. But number one is just to support us so we can keep bringing these now to you weekly.
That's
because
good value.
It may appear that this is a mess, but a lot of work goes in behind the scenes.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I know it looks a mess, but it's very hard doing something like this so well, like making it look like such a mess.
Every week?
That's the thing. Yeah. We have to try very hard to seem unprepared.
What's that Steven Tyler quote? It takes a long time to look like you just woke up, I think.
Yeah.
Exactly. I did just
That is perfect. That is the vibe of the entire venture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is. So thank you so much for any patrons on there. And a special thank you. We've got Craig, the Legionary Lincoln, coming on next week, potentially, depending on how many weeks we get in between. Should just be the one. Because that's how time works. It's linear. That's what I'm learning about life. The older I get, the more I know about time. And then it does go that way. Not calendars. That's the future. But yeah. So we've got we've got a challenger coming on, and that's exciting. That's exciting for me because it's another opportunity to humble Ben and honestly just Ben at the moment. I'm quite enjoying Rhys coming back because he's behind. I know it's only half a point, but I do flip flop hard on whoever's losing to be.
So what's the
what I mean?
Point? What's the point levels here?
What's the point? There is no point.
Yes, jeez, that's a tough question.
What's the point level? Do you mean the current standing? So we have Ben. You're on 8 points.
So this could be season 10, the season 10 finale of Legions of Russ.
Season 10.
Oh, season 1. Excuse me. I can't count either. That's a shame. I'm trying to keep it up for so long.
I'll stop giving you lessons. It's my fault. Honestly, it's my teachings. So Rhys is on 7.5 points. Ben, you're on 8 points. And you know what? If you're at home or traveling more likely and you want to know how you get points, let me tell you for how. Let me tell you for how.
Let me tell you for how.
Tell you for how. This is it. So we're in Legions of Russ. So we're guessing chapters from 40k Space Marines chapters. I always say this so stupidly. We're guessing chapters for. So basically, there's going to be a cryptic clue. Thanks, mate. A cryptic clue which describes in cryptic ways, as you might imagine, a 40k. Because it's cryptic. A 40k chapter of Space Marine. Currently, we're working through what I'm guessing is the loyalists, but they're going to throw a couple of non-loyalists in there. And for October, we might have a couple of Ork clan cultures in there, or characters. But for now, it's clues. If you guess correctly, the full thing without any hints or tips, you're going to get 2 smackaroos. That's it. 2 points. If you guess with a clue and hints, it goes down to 1 point. If at any point you make a guess and you guess partially correct, you'll get half a point. Now, there's a balanced data sheet coming for Legions of Russ, but we're going to keep each season the same. So in season 1, it's going to be half a point, but in season 2, we might spice things up a little bit. I'm quite keen to add in,
because you're a spicy person.
Exactly, because I am a spicy person. That's what they call me. They call me Turmeric Tim. They don't, because none of those are my names. But if they did, I'd be quite happy with it. I'd be okay with it. Yeah. Let me know in the comments what your spicy name would be. No.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Ben's Spice Corner.
Yeah.
That rolls off the tongue.
That's a jingle waiting to happen.
I'd be Rhys Rendang.
Ooh.
Ben?
I'd be
Ben Campbell Cumin.
Big. Oh, spices. Is there? Yeah,
I guess cumin's
okay
not that
cumin.
Spicy, is it?
No.
Yeah, actually, I am quite a fan of
cardamom.
Turmeric. I am a big fan of turmeric, and
nice. I mean, it doesn't really work with your name.
No, I mean, when
and cumin works. Yeah, really well. Sorry, I'd be Ben Cumin Campbell. Yep.
Ben Cardamom Campbell. Quite like that one.
I love it.
Just Chili Campbell.
Oh yeah, that works better as well. Ben Chili Chamble. No, Chili Chamble.
Chili Chamble.
Could you change your name to Chamble? Because that would work.
Yeah,
Ben Chili Chamble.
Yeah.
We'd have to add another couple of C's to Ben's boot club though.
My middle initial is actually C. So there's.
Oh, there you go.
Get out of town.
BCC. Yeah.
Ben
BCC.
Chimichanga Chili Campbell. I'm assuming that's your middle name.
You guessed it. Wow. Yeah. Good guess.
I'm pretty good at this.
Straight out of the park. What? 2 points.
Get out of here.
Clues needed. Okay, so as always, if you want to guess, you just need to shout your name out, and that is your buzzer. If you're at home and you want to play along with the guys here, you can always timestamp it and then say your guess and then keep your score. But obviously the Guestinental champion will, when we have challenges come on, we will have official scores of the community, you guys, versus these two chumps. Chaps.
Do it, baby.
That was a misspeak.
I always feel like I know how to play the game, and then you explain the rules, and I feel like everyone forgets how to play the game.
Russ,
I feel like I need to.
We're bad at this.
I need to write out a little bit more of an effective.
You need to do like a pre-recorded message of the rules.
Oh, that would be good.
Might. Yeah. If we ever split Legions of Russ out, I might have a little set piece that just explains the rule, but like succinctly.
Today we're playing Legions of Russ from the main core rulebook.
Yeah, yes. Essentially, it's going to be that. Yeah, basically, I'll have a nice little overlay that says if you get, and it'll show a word being guessed correctly, and then it goes 1 victory point. I'll make little things of your faces, the plus one VP and stuff like that. Yeah,
and then sad when we lose.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2. This is technically round 8. I know we had a couple of rounds in between, but this is round 8. I still haven't decided how many points season 1 is going to have, but we're at round 8 now.
All right.
We've got some stuff. Rhys, are you ready?
Oh, born that way.
Born that way. Damn right. Ben, champ, level with me. Are you ready?
Body and soul, brother.
Body and soul. Body and goddamn soul. Whew. Russ.
Are you ready, Russ?
Yeah. It's nice you know what? It's nice to be asked.
To be asked.
Nice to be asked, because no one ever does.
What's it like to be asked?
What's it like to be asked, Ben? Okay, let's get into it. Everyone at home, are you ready? Let's go. So I'm going to apologize in advance because this one's weird, but the one after this one
as
feels
opposed
normal.
to the normal ones.
Also weird.
Well, you know what? Last time you got the last 2 so quickly. Well, not quickly, but you both got 2 points for them both. I felt like I had to
2-pointer match.
Make it a little bit more bad.
Oh God!
I had to make the clues worse. I feel like you got it too quickly. So this one is gonna. I'm hoping to get at least 1 point.
Us out eight rounds just to get close to understanding the madness. And they're like, "I gotta turn it up a bit. You gotta turn it up just a little."
Oh, you think that was madness? Do you? Yeah. Straight up. No,
11, baby.
Yeah. So here we're gonna go straight into it. Okay. This is number 1 of round 8. Pencils at the ready. Ben's still got his glasses on, so this could bode well for Rhys.
This could go poorly.
He needs to hear it first. Tiny pieces of glowing wood swirl around the dying fire, but less busy, brazen, or bold, more precise, perfect, and pleasant to start. Perhaps instead, a sound to signal quiet. There is one female deer. Wait, no, more than one. That's it.
I think I've got
repeated it. What?
Some parts of it. Go on.
I'm gonna start making these more strange. Rhys is already Ben. Rhys already has ideas.
What?
He already has ideas.
I have like a thought of maybe what something could be. That's it.
That's not too bad. Then that's not too bad. I'll say it again, and I'll say it again. Then I'll break it down. So it's just to give you a hint. It is 2 words. There's no abridging words, no joining words. So it is just 2 words. The first word is made up of this. Tiny pieces of glowing wood swirl around the dying fire, but less busy, brazen, or bold, more precise, perfect, and pleasant. Or perhaps instead, and then it's cut, and then it's a sound to signal quiet. There is one female deer. Wait, no, more than one. That's the second word. How are you guys feeling?
I don't think I like this game anymore.
I used to like it.
Rhys.
Oh, what? No!
Is the second word shadows?
It is shadows.
All right.
Okay, what is happening here? Ben? Yeah?
Emperor's Shadows?
Oh, Ben snipes it!
Whoa, baby! What?
Oh, no.
I can't.
Oh,
no.
No.
You see how red I just got?
Yeah. Wow. What has happened here? So, to break it, that was the quickest.
The stewing is going to break out quicker than we thought. Oh, my goodness.
That's so tiny pieces of glowing wood swirl around the fire, which is ember.
Hold on, can I guess? Can I break down? Why I thought it
go
was?
For it. Yeah,
ember.
Filthy cheat.
Was the P was like the perfect put to put? Was that supposed to signify that was an
less
emperor?
Busy, brazen, or bold. So less B and more precise, perfect, and pleasant. So emperor, and then it's perhaps instead, which is or. So emperor, raw, and then it's sh for a sound to signal quiet. There is one female deer, which is doe. Wait, no, more than one. Does. Emperor shadows.
I didn't have shadows at all. I wasn't even close to shadows.
Oh, Rhys. Rhys. Oh, Rhys.
This is just feels bad. I know I just got that one. I don't even know if I can feel good about that. Oh.
How are you doing, Rhys?
I'm not okay.
You're not okay.
No, this is like someone. Like it was Christmas Day, and I got this present, and I was really excited about it. And then I opened up the Christmas present, and Ben had just taken a shit in the box. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Right? Yeah.
I think we're all feeling that.
Yeah.
So I'll
and he was just there grinning at me, like watching me open it. You know, like he knows.
Am I the villain?
Well, I'll give.
I have become the villain. Oh no!
You've lived long enough to see yourself.
a real arc. I was the people's champ.
Yeah.
And then now I'm the villain.
You're Lucius, you jerk.
So I'll let Rhys recover, and I'll give you a little bit of information about the Emperor's shadows.
Hold on, just to clarify, how many points did I get for that?
2.
That's a 2-pointer. Which
Rhys
brings
did
me
get
up to
half a point though, so it's 10-8.
That's all right,
So
man.
it's not. It's not. Yeah.
Don't patronize me. don't sprinkle some sugar on that shit present. Okay? And be like, there you go, buddy. It's fine. You'll enjoy it.
So the Emperor's Shadows is a loyalist Space Marine chapter of unknown founding and origin. And Ben, there is nothing else really about this chapter. So yeah, there's a little bit. I'll give you a little bit. So it's got a bit of trivia that's like outside the lore. So we'll go with their kind of paint scheme, which technically is part of the trivia. So they were originally created by Victoria Lamb, using the color scheme for the Black Templars as a starting point for the creating a chapter article in White Dwarf issue 299. So I'm guessing she submitted it. Submitted it in, and it became canon. So they're good for you, Vicky Lamb got herself a chapter made. Good on you. It is, as you imagine, a black armor because it's based on the Black Templars, but they have turquoise kind of shoulder pads, pauldrons, red faces, and a red collar, which is quite interesting. You don't see the collar getting picked out.
I'm sorry, Victoria. This sounds very garish. I'm just not going to lie.
Oh, not on board.
Not on board with this, but they have an interesting... I'm not a fan of this because it seems not practical, but their iconography, their chapter logo is parchment. It looks cool, but it's basically parchment tied to their shoulder pad, and it's got some writing, and it's kind of very Japanese-esque kind of basically it's a Japanese flag, but there's an outline of a tree, and then it's got some text writing the kind of down on it as well. So it's interesting, but I don't like the fact that it's on. Yeah, basically, I think it's interesting that it's the only time I've ever seen it not on the actual pauldron itself. It's on a little bit of cloth that's tied rather precariously to the pauldron itself. So yeah.
I just need to say that my disgust when I threw my book down prompted my wife to message me and go, "Are you okay?"
And she's still out of the country. That's how damn hard he threw it down. Shockwaves ripple through.
She's like, "Are you?" I'm like, "Yes." Well, I said emotionally no, physically yes was my answer.
Yeah. Physically no as well.
So that's how real the disgust was of mine to throw my books with such force.
Rhys, this is my Flame Eagles. I think you have your own Flame Eagles.
Yeah. I hate.
Well, you've got 3 days, Rhys. You and Ben are both in the same position. You've got 3 days to make a kill team out of them.
We are on equal ground once again.
I'm starting again, baby. I'm gonna burn these ones I've already done because I don't need them anymore.
I guess we'll go in. You know what? We've had a lot of calls. People want to hear the jingle again, so I play it over.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
Play it underneath.
And we're back in.
We'll play it only thrice.
We'll play it thrice. So we're back in, and it is Legions of Russ. We've just had one of the quickest shoot from the hip moments. You can see that coaching that Joe's been given has really been helping Ben out.
Huckleberry. It's gone to my head so quickly.
Tombstone reference there, love it. So we've got another one. This one feels a little bit more.
Hold on. What's the score? Just for the sake of the people.
People want to know.
Yes, I forgot.
10 points to Ben, 8 points to Rhys.
Double digits.
Oh, I've just got to be better. I've got to not help Ben. I've worked it out. When I go for the half points, I open the door and he's. It's like I've gently opened the door to give him a chance.
It's like you're helping out your little brother.
Barges in, and hand on my face as he comes through the doorway. I'm just not going to help him anymore. There's no more. I'm done. I'm done helping you.
No
Ben.
more handouts. No more handouts for Ben.
Nah, you've abused the privilege for too long.
Oh, goodness.
Carry on.
Rhys, are you ready, Rhys?
Yes.
Ooh.
The bank's closed. The bank is closed. It's a banking holiday, Russ. You'll get that.
Okay. We're going to move in to the second one. Rhys,
oh, goodness.
I'm willing this for you. I really am. Okay. So, Legions of Russ, round 8, number 2. Definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. Joe's counting on you to do this, Ben. If you were German, you might say this after I... But just take the start. That's your Legion of Russ
what on
clue.
Earth?
I added a sneeze in, which I'm quite proud of.
I thought that was real. I was like,
Me too. Acting.
No,
he's
so
very good.
2 words. Again, it's another twofer. I will go through it one more time and I'll tell you. So the word number 1 is made up of definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. That's word 1. Word 2 is Joe's counting on you to do this, Ben. If you were German, you might say this after I... But just take the start.
Who's Joe?
Joe is one of my biggest fans. He's one of my proudest soldiers.
So what we're saying is that there is a clue specifically in this game that is specifically for Ben.
I mean, there is, but I think you'll be able to get it still. This is how confident I am in Rhys, in you, Rhys. I am confident that I can put in a clue about Ben that you will get. Does anyone want to have a go? Does anyone have a shoot for 2? But Rhys is not going to say anything unless he's got it.
I have one syllable. I have one single syllable.
Is that one?
Huh?
Is that the Joe one?
Is it the
no,
you
I
get?
don't.
Oh,
I have no clue what that is.
I'll go through it again. So definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. Joe's counting on you to do this, Ben. If you were German, you might say this after I... but only the first part.
I feel like the second word is weird.
It's weird.
I feel like this show is weird.
Like
it's all weird.
No, but like, you know how
like a stretch, like a bit of a stretch?
Yeah, no, like it's like, you know, like sometimes where it's like there's something of, you know, there's somethings of plop, you know, like it's not a word you'd use in like everyday, like, you know, it's not like eagles where you're like, oh, I get it, or eagles, sorry.
Right.
It's not like, I feel like it's, but I might be wrong.
Well, I'll save hints until you guys have exhausted if you want to move in, but I can start there with a hint on that one because that's the most of a leap that you're being asked to make here.
Right.
Would you like to hear it again?
Please.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. Joe's counting on you to do this, Ben. If you were German, you might say this after I... But just the start. But just take the start. How are you guys feeling?
Terrible.
I feel like this one... Well, obviously, you guessed the last one by this point, so this one's at least
this is
giving you more pause.
I know I always say this, but Rhys, help me out. This one's a big, like... For me, this is like a big just 0 for me.
I'm getting donuts on this one so far. My rust detector is, and I mean, look, and I've got my phone in my book, so I mean, I've got nothing. Nothing's coming up in my Google.
Nothing. Do you want me to start moving into clues, or would you like to hear it again?
One more time, please.
One more time. Definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. Joe's counting on you to do this, Ben. If you were German, you might say this after I achoo, but just take the start. Oh, Ben, see, I feel like the more I say it, the more Ben pieces it together in his head. I can see cogs turning.
I feel like I should get definitely not very easily, but for some reason, that's just not falling in my. That sounds like that should be that should be one of the easiest of the clues.
Yeah, I think so.
But for some reason,
it's not. It's surprising what that might make more sense.
Retrospectively,
if you came up with it,
it'll make more sense. No, I think it's one of the ones.
I am ready. I am personally ready for hints. I'm happy
to go. I'm happy to go hints. I don't want to. I really want the 2 points, but I'm not going to get. I'm not going to get 2 points on this one.
Okay. So we'll start with, what would you like to start with? So we've got 2 words. The first one is definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. That's word 1. And word 2 is Joe's counting on you to do this, Ben. If you were German, you might say this after I sneeze, but just the first part. Which word would you like me to look at first? Should we go with the sneeze section?
No, go the first word, please. Go the first
word.
Yeah.
So, definitely not. I'm going to tell you this is just one word. But it's the word in its entirety. So the first part of the first word, the clue's definitely not, is one word. And it's a short one.
The.
No. But you're very close. I mean, you're not, but you are. It's a short word.
Is it 2 letters?
Could be.
Okay.
That would be a short word.
Yeah.
And that fits the definition of short word.
Yeah, okay. So I got
And then we'll move on to the second part. So I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. So I'm not sure how to say this without just telling you what it is. But this is more of this is basically more of an abbreviation. So this is describing a very common abbreviation. And I guess it's quite literal in what it's saying, basically. So there's quite a commonly used abbreviation that this is describing in a way, or just at least talking about. And obviously it does say it at some point there's no, so I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. So that gives you a hint of something. It's not a full abbreviation. It is partial. So that is the first word. I'll move on to the second while you're digesting this. So Joe's counting on you to do this, Ben. I don't really think I can say much more about this one. It is something that Joe, shout out to Joe, wants Ben to do.
It's too much. I think I know what that is.
Ben,
okay.
I'm going to guess one word. Can I still do that?
Yeah, you're only going to get your half point, but it's yeah.
That's all I got, brother. Wings?
Correct. So it's Gesundheit. So it's wings, basically. That was the biggest stretch I had.
Okay, Ben, I'm just going to shoot for it. This can't be it. Ben, the wings?
No.
That's all I had loaded up. I was like, if I miss this, I'll hate myself.
It's not the wings, but it is wings. So now we're just looking at the first section, which is definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. How are you guys feeling? So I'll say that the second part, which will probably help you with the first part, is a more common financial term. Very common in America. Not that it's not a common phrase in general, but it's something that is...
Just another hint for Ben. I see how it is.
In the UK, this is included.
Heck is this?
It's included in the price. But in America, it's not standard to include this in the price of items.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like that's a big old clue.
Yeah.
See, it's a universal term.
I think I get that.
Okay.
But I don't know
So that might help you with the beginning. I think you got the beginning based on what you said.
Wait, hold on. Is this... It's a short word, then another word, then wings? Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, so it's one word, wings. So you've got so it's first word, but I mean the first section of the first word is an entire word in itself. It's not taken in. It's a short word.
And can you give me the first part again?
Definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. Definitely not. So another way of saying definitely not. That's quite a short word.
Every time I feel like I get close to it, then I'm like, that's not a word.
I could give you a big old clue.
I think
I'm so struggling with this first word.
Okay. I will give you a clue in that the word itself is in the clue.
Oh, wow.
The word itself?
The word you're looking for is part of the clue you get. Definitely not. I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. But in the first section, the short word you're looking for is in the clues. I thought that would have been a bigger hint.
No.
So it's a way of saying definitely not.
Yeah, okay. I think I've got that bit. It's the second bit I'm not getting.
So I'll add the value.
You've pretty much confirmed the start.
Okay. So I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. There's a very common financial term. Again, in the UK, I'm not too sure about in Oz, but in the UK, this is added into the price of anything you buy. But if you're in America and potentially other countries, you might be told that the price that you're wanting to pay is not the correct price because this hasn't been taken into account. At least that might not be the case anymore. It has been the case in my experience in the past.
I'm just going to shoot for something again. This makes no sense to me. This is all I got. Ben, gravity wings? That's not it, right? I was like, gratuity is like, this is okay. Just a peek inside my brain of how smooth.
The only thing that's better about Russ's madness is Ben's guessing madness.
Yeah,
and I say that as I'm losing to him, but still, I love what you just fire from the hip sometimes.
Just gotta go for it.
Drowning eggles.
Shooters gotta shoot. Wings. I get it. Shooters gotta shoot.
I mean, gravity wings sounds like an oxymoron in so many ways.
I know. I know. I just had to go.
Yeah. It's a bad sci-fi term.
You have to shoot. You have to shoot your shot. I get it.
Gravity wings to fly.
Okay, can you give me the first part one more time? I'm so sorry.
Definitely not. So if I wasn't going to tell you what the first part was, I could say definitely not, or I could say something else.
Yeah, I got that.
And then what's the tax part? That's, I think, what I'm struggling with.
I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. So I'm going to say as well that if you rejig the words in that statement as well, it would give you this abbreviation. So the first word of this abbreviation is a word that's in that sentence. And then the second letter of that abbreviation is partially a word that's in the statement I'm giving you. And then the third letter, so it's a 3-letter abbreviation.
Oh, Rhys, you got it? I saw a twinkle in the eyes. You got
it? It is so far away, but it's also not included. There's people screaming this out. I'm going to tell you for now, there literally must be people screaming their name.
Rhys, I'm going to do a bet.
Megaston's got it already.
Is it, Rhys, is it night wings?
it's not.
Oh, that would have been a dope name. That would have been a dope chapter, though.
That would be good.
That actually doesn't work.
That
doesn't work with what I've got here. But that was the only word I could make out of.
That was the shooting from the hip.
I was taking some creative license with the clues.
That's fair. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Okay, so I'm going to say this is the bit where I think we're stuck on is I'll add the value, but there's no tax this time. Because we're struggling, I'm going to rejig this.
Yeah.
To say
you beauty. Thank
it's
you.
value added, but there's no tax.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yes, but I've rearranged the words so they're in order. There's value added, no tax.
Oh, Rhys?
Oh, no. Oh, no. If you have it, I'll be so mad. I would raise my finger to
Nova Wings.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's the one.
I raised my finger to
you raised his finger and it wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough.
So it's so definitely not. No, I'll add the value, so it's value added tax, but obviously there's no tax this time. So it's
that means nothing
added.
to me. That means I was like in Australia, we've got like GST, which is a thing you add. So like I don't know if you'd be able to see my mad scrawlings, but I was like GS minus T.
Yes,
like no GS belt like. It's the scrawlings of a madman.
Yeah. I had Nova because I was like, okay, definitely not. It was like no. I was like no.
Yeah.
Value. So could you your brain is like scrambling for like what could nerds think is a cool name? Like what sounds like a 40K word?
Basically,
so it's like no and like value added. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Good one.
The Nova Wings.
That was for me the hardest Legions of Russ so far.
Yeah,
I was surprised, but I guess it makes sense if you guys don't have VAT.
And also, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" 2 tips that are like not even for me, so I'm happy to get away with 1 point there. I'll take it.
And I'll take my half a point. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
so
like
it is now.
The next week it'll be like, so Ben, for this one, it's the small town that only you would know that's next to the suburb that you live in. It's your postcode.
Definitely going to use that one. So Nova Wings, these are, I'm kind of, this is a bit of a cop-out. They're a loyalist Space Marine chapter of unknown founding and origin.
Of course.
Almost nothing is known about the Nova Wings chapter in current Imperial records. So I'm going to say that these guys, they're a bit lazy. They are, basically, they are White Scars.
Yeah.
They wear primarily white power armor. Parts of their battle plate are red, including the Inquilla or the Imperialis on their chest. Power pack and shoulder guard are red, so that's the only thing that's different. I like the fact that their power
I like a red power
red.
pack.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a little bit something. And they've got a white Roman numeral stenciled on the center of their squad specialty symbol. So it's slightly different. I guess it's for their chapter, indicating squad number, sorry. And then they got a black Roman numeral stenciled on their left knee guard, which is the company. So I feel like that's stuff that's done before, but I do always like those little extra nods.
Me too.
Their chapter badge is it's a bit lazy. It's a pair of red wings. Yeah, you know what I mean? The whole thing just screams lazy to me, I'm not going to lie. It's a pair of red wings with a large white skull in the center and a yellow iron halo. So it's really a White Scars.
The laziest Marines of the 41st millennium.
Yeah.
Victoria Lamb would be so ashamed.
Yeah, I mean, she's throwing these new ones out with like, yeah, it's a bit lazy. I'm not a massive fan of the actual chapter, and to be honest, there's nothing that we know about them either, so I can quite happily say they're the worst chapter in the whole lexicon.
There's nothing to like. There's nothing to like.
There's nothing good here.
No redeeming qualities.
Yeah. Well, but Russ, what about the founding? Unknown.
Yeah.
But what about the unknown? But the chat unknown. But what about the color scheme? Lazy. You know what I mean? It's just not great. Although, I do like the red power pack. You know what I would have liked? I would have liked red shoes.
Oh,
to match.
cute. No
Hey,
place
listen,
like
you
home.
know what my mom
A
always
little bit
said?
Dorothy style.
If you're going out, make sure your shoes match your power pack.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Smart woman. Smart woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was Legions of Russ. We had an easy one, by all accounts, and a more difficult one. At the end of that game, we are 10.5 points to Ben, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Rhys coming in with 9 points for Sean, the Heartbreak Kid Michaels.
Real heartbreak, this one.
baby.
That was a heartbreaking moment.
That was.
Ooh.
I really did snipe it. I just want to acknowledge that you did that to yourself, just to distance myself from distance myself from the
any
shame
responsibility.
that
Sorry, not sorry.
I would never blame anybody, but I have to put that on your shoulders if it's
Ben hit someone with his car and he's like, well, if you weren't walking across the road.
Yeah, it feels like a dumb place to go jogging.
Yeah.
And the sidewalk?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man.
Crazy,
you should know I was swerving.
You left the house today.
I kind of feel like this is on you. It's like they're gone, Ben. Well. Not sad.
I don't hear them arguing.
Yeah. Let's have the vocal stylings of John Mayer to play us out.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
Play it thrice.
And we're back in. That has been Legions of Russ.
It really has been.
I'm going to need at least a
journey.
week to recover. So from that.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
Because you have exactly a week to recover. But when you come back, you will once again be the champion. You will not be coming back into a losing scenario. Ben will be coming down to you. He'll be coming to your back garden.
Yeah.
In the guestimental world.
Yep.
Yeah, please.
But we'll also
take on Craig.
The Legionary Lincoln.
Ooh, Craig.
I'm looking forward to this.
He's not ready.
I'm really looking forward. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I think the last thing we probably need to touch on today is that we're getting ready for a big October, or should we
celebration?
Say Orktober?
Oh, OrktobOrk.
Yeah. Wow.
Sure.
Yeah. OrktobOrk.
Okay. October. Okay, you know what? We're changing it. It's OrktobOrk.
OrktobOrk.
OrktobOrk just rolls off the tongue that much.
Yeah, it really
easier.
does. That's so
Those
good. Yeah.
McGurglinanians. Yeah.
So this is an exciting month where we are going to be celebrating all things orcish, right?
John Green.
Absolutely. And so to celebrate, we're doing a few things. Okay, one of those being, guys, shall I announce the winner of the poll?
Oh,
shall I announce the?
Do we have one?
I believe we do.
If we do, then yeah.
Please.
What you got there, buddy? Let's take a look. Don't be scared, it's just your new favorite book. Ben's Book Club.
We are currently at a tie. So I can tell you what it's not.
And that's why I was like, what does he know that I don't?
So we're going to decide, because it's at a vote, our good patrons. And if you want to help us decide our books, you could fully decide them instead of being so indecisive like our patrons. You could join our patrons and decide this stuff. But it is between Ghazkull Thrakka, the Prophet of the Waaaaaghh, or, which is I believe how they pronounce it, Waaaaaghh. Got to go up.
More of a question.
Yeah, it's like yeah, exactly. It's very Canadian. And the other one is the Beast Arises, I believe.
Yes,
the Beast Arises. So what do we? I know what I'm going to vote. What are you guys going to
vote? Russ, take us away.
I'm gonna go with I love Ghazkull Thrakka, but I think I'm gonna vote for the Beast Arises.
Oh, interesting. So I'll go next, and then Rhys, you will have all the power here.
Oh, you're gonna do it. Tie break.
Gonna do you dirty.
Right, give you the power, right? I took the power from, in our last segment, and now
I noticed,
bringing it back home.
Ben the Power Campbell.
Oh,
that's the name. Ben the Power Campbell.
Move the power bomb.
So I'm going to vote for Ghazkull Thrakka.
You know what you should have done? You should after all this, you should have said, Beast arises, no vote for Rhys.
Yes, just
set him up.
That would have been, oh God.
I'm having the worst day.
Just sniped him in the game and then sniped him in the review.
I got up early for this.
This treachery?
Yeah.
Rhys, you are now the most powerful man on the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that I am completely happy with however this goes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would more than happily, because I think if you do Beast Arises, you might have to then pick which book. Am I correct? Is the Beast Arises an actual series?
It is a series.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll pick the best one.
Yeah. As per reviews.
Well, because I was thinking you'd go like, if we did the Beast Arises, we could just start at the start, and then it could be an ongoing thing. We can stick with the series. Or
having had trouble with this before with the old Revan, I'll leave you to tell me which book that is.
Well, his Revan turns up in book 3. If you
he knows now.
No. But then I have read the Beast Arises, at least some of it. I think I've read the first couple.
You poor guy. We're going to make you reread more books.
So as the man with the power, I have not read Ghazkull Thrakka. So,
oh my goodness.
That's where my power will come down like a hammer.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
And we're going the prophet of the
I would like to request a recount.
Okay. Yeah. I would like once after we get through this wonderful OrktobOrk or whatever it was.
OrktobOrk.
OrktobOrk. We've gone Nordic again.
You've got to say OrktobOrk.
Yep. After you go ahead and voit, you can. What was it? Was it voit?
You voit and then head over and OrktobOrk.
You voit and OrktobOrk.
Yeah.
I'm reading the latest, the Horus Heresy, the Siege of Terror one that's just come out.
My goodness.
And I'm really enjoying it. And I'd love to be able to talk about it. That's all I'm saying.
I've not read it.
That feels like a good one. That feels like a good one.
You know what? I completely forgot it was out.
Yeah, I did too.
I remember it came out and I was like,
yes.
That
so
feels like a good one.
I'm looking forward to talking about that, but it won't be till after OrktobOrk, so we got time.
Okay, I'll save it. I'll save it.
The other thing, Russ, do you want to take us through a little bit of the challenge that we're going to be doing during OrktobOrk, which you'll probably ignore the rules to, but take us through what the other people, the plebs, have to do.
Yes.
I'm not sure I know.
Fantastic. Well, back to me. So we'll do a quick recount of those again. We're reading the Beast Arises. I think we talked about for the modelling challenge that we were going to look at doing an Ork associated one, which could
like
be either
a proxy team or something.
A proxy,
Yes.
So our proxies were going to
proxy,
proxies team. So it's a kill team of Ork, but Orks that you would play as any other kill team in the game. So
your best Ork proxy. And if you want an idea of what that might be, go to Eman Paints on Instagram, and that is Emmanuel from. He does the podcast Killzone, and he also has a YouTube channel, Strategic Advantage, and he is sort of the Ork Proxy King himself.
I've seen some of his teams look amazing.
He was just showing me last night his Sistorks of Battle, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, really, really good stuff. So if any kind of, if you like my idea, which I'm free to give away, I'll just need a portion of the profits, would be a Gelork Pox. Kill team of 4 Meganobs, 3 boys, and then probably 4 Grots, and then another 4 probably like Squigs. Like that would be my idea for a good Gelork Porks. Infectional.
Gallop-orks.
Gallop-orks infected. Yep.
Yeah.
Gallop-orks.
So that's my idea. What do you guys think?
I was thinking similar to what the one you said, the Adeptus Sororitorks was the other one. I was thinking that could be funny, but yeah, I don't.
Adeptus Sororitas.
Yeah, I was thinking of just like gene stealers, but literally just have orcs in some blue jeans. That could be funny.
I like that a lot.
So they're just like freebooters, they've just stolen lots of jeans.
Yeah.
That's great. I like that.
But then I actually thought about the practicality of having to either make jeans for orcs or I'm like, it's out of my league.
Or D-shirt, the top half.
Double denim.
Double denim orcs.
Denim orcs.
Snazzy boys.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So I don't know. I'm going to have to put my mind to it. I actually don't know. I said I want to, because I've always loved the Grot Imperial Guard armies that people do.
Yeah, they're great.
Speaking of which, Joe from the deli, from the Legions of Russ, that Joe is Joe from the deli is his name. The Discord. He has a lovely Imperial Guard. Yeah, team.
Oh, I love it. They're so cool. The Grot Guard are the best. I love it.
Yeah.
So people, unlike Ben, don't start this challenge early and then have to pivot when maybe the rules change slightly. But that'll be next month's challenge. So we'll probably discuss the kickoffs, and maybe next week we'll bring our plans for the month, what we want to do with our teams.
Yeah,
we'll reveal what we're going to start modeling, and we're looking forward to the crazier the better is what we're looking for here. So that's
go nuts. Orc love, baby. Teef is teef. We love it.
Thanks for taking us through that, Russ. Well done.
Really killer job, man. That was really well executed.
I appreciate it. It's good to get recognized for work well done. You know what I mean?
Well done.
I appreciate that.
I don't like to throw compliments out there willy-nilly, but you've earned it. You guy.
And I don't like to accept them unless I have earned them, and I will take them. I appreciate that.
So humble.
Yeah.
Truly humble.
Earned.
Oh, love it.
Speaking of compliments.
Yes. Go on.
I've got some reviews. So we have a first. We have I already confused myself. Second time reviewer. He's come back and he's edited his review to add a little something special. Mint, I don't know you could do this. Mint Coco Mojo.
I recognize that name anywhere.
Yes. Amazing. He left us a review and then he came in. So he just finished the end of episode 7 when he left the review, and he's come back in, checked back in, and I'm going to read his additional comment, which was another fantastic episode, number 10. Sorry you had such a difficult time with my name. However, very funny to hear your attempts. I'm sure it's just Ben's penmanship. See, this is why I got your name wrong. I can't read. If you'll continue to read them at the end of the episode, it's Mint Coco Mojo, or if it's more your thing, you're not maxing, but rather this says an 80s TV hawked mister while drinking a hot chocolate beverage with an odd hoodoo magic glow. You can also simply say Mojo to make your life easier. Keep up the great work. So thank you very much, Mint Coco Mojo.
I'll have to go back and see how bad I flubbed their name.
I think that was me. Yeah, that was definitely me. At the end of the episodes, I try and say all the names of the people who are veterans of the long cast, but and reset us off with this. We don't practice. You just read them off the top of your head.
Just go for it.
And you know what? There was a little bit of a notification came up on the side of the screen as I was trying to say his name. So it obscured the last part. So I said something like Mint Coco Makoko, and I said Mint Coco Mojito because I couldn't see the full thing.
That's a good one too. Mint sounds like a drink I would love right now.
Yeah,
I would love a Mint Coco Mojito right now.
Yeah. I drink so we've got another one. Oh, you know who it is. You know who it is who's just rolled up into our reviews.
You know who it'd be?
It's the A to the C to the Alan Chapman.
Oh, Alan Chapman, baby. One of our fine patrons.
One of our fine patrons. Gotta love him.
Love it.
Gotta love him. Hate to see him go. Love to watch him leave. It's
leave.
Alan Chapman. I could eat a peach for hours. No. He has left this review, and the review is, if you like Kill Team, and then that's the title, and it goes, if you like Kill Team, occasionally other miniature skirmisher games, and you like entertainment, these guys have you covered. Boom. Thank you, Alan Chapman.
Alan, you are a gem, sir. You are a true gem.
Mwah. Yeah. Chef's kiss.
Mwah. Regular kiss.
Just straight on the lips.
I'm trying to think of wrestling names.
Try to recover. Now. Yeah, wrestling names.
Alan the Kiss Chapman.
Oh, Alan right on the lips Chapman.
Yeah.
Right on the.
His special move's the power bomb. No, the money shot. That was what it was.
No, the kiss of death. Oh no, the money shot. I was going to say the kiss of death.
Oh, that's good too.
Well, I think that brings us to the end of another wonderfully exciting borderline Kill Team podcast.
Another short podcast. Yeah.
Another short
easily
one.
digestible podcast.
Yeah, just watching your lunch break across 4 days. It'll be really easy to ingest.
On your or on your right, Rhys, on your smoko, right?
Oh yeah, having a big smoko.
Smoko.
Just a bit of smoko. It'd probably be that would be at least 2 weeks worth of smokos. That would be 2 weeks worth of smokos. That's like just a break to have a quick dart, before you get back to work,
It's Aussie slang, isn't it?
Yeah, just smoko. Yeah. Like think of it. For you, it would be morning tea.
Oh, like a smoking break or something.
Yeah. We just call it smoko. It's a bit of smoke out.
Kind of a smoke out.
Where you have a cigarette, a sausage roll, and a dare iced coffee at 10 in the morning. Just really get your day off the right way.
Damn right.
Well, that's it. End of episode 11. Let's get out of here before things go more haywire. It is smoko time for me. Thank you so much to Russ from GFN Gaming.
You are welcome, Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop.
Ben the villain. And at the end of the day, the best looking of the three of us. Rhys from Threes to Wound.
The burns continue for me. It's the worst day I've ever had.
A dark day in Australian content creators.
We'll bounce back next week, or will we, Ben? Thanks so much for listening. Make sure, jump on the Discord. Battle Brothers Tabletop Discord's a place to hang out, talk all things Kill Team. And, of course, the Patreons. If you're not there already, well, do you really love us? I don't know if we should guilt people like that, but we really appreciate everyone that is on there. So thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next episode.
Later, everybody.
See you later. Oh. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end of the episode. We're going to read out the veterans of the long cast, starting with our reviewers. We've got Glass Half Dead, Arbuns, Miniature Geek, AFS 777, Kill Team Ken, the KTK, 1986 JCB, The Long Wait, Differphone, Mint Cocker Mojo, Nate the Bold, Jason Mark Webber, Warzle Muffle, Alan Chapman. Mention our veterans of the long cast: Big Breath, John Millick, Fiend31, Ferris, Nymphadoro, Parry His Parry, Pope Benedict, 38.3, Mega Storm, the King of Legions of Russ, Justin Kung, Stephen Burden, Mark Schuler, Mr. Red X55, Allosaurus Rex, Beast and Brushes, Ben Howard, Thomas Chandler, Etienne Tardif, Ernest Wanderer, Rodri Lewis, Mystiques, Chops, Roger Leviscu Jr., Joe Palaya, Josh Grillo, Slacker at Large, David Bennett, James, Elder Basilisk, Adam Hedrick, The Wordsmith, Kerbin, Joshua Hamer, Mecha Platypus 82, Black Sword, Eat Beans Small, John Bodon, Craig Lincoln, Gorg, G3RG, Cohen, Franzax, Tim Brennan, Dan Wallace, Morenius, Kepler, Michael Pipe, George Triani, Waffle Wallace, Chase Spooner, Anddddd Zrakau, Ben Brother Bear Howard, Willie, Jason Belt, Paul Y, cause he gots to, Ben Palin, Morven Ferguson, Chris the Leper, Chris Coty, Matthew Alessania, Damian Robinson, Beastly or B3457LY, Baugil Hugo, Jordan Whiteman, Lee Crosley, D's Nuts, and Burr Brip. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the podcast, and we'll see you in the next episode.